my take on the Wolf Prize in Mathematics, Paul Erdős, 1984, 1/2. I'm filming this approximately 40 years later on Thursday, 12 September 2024. I think these were the physics one for this year, 2024, was awarded per their website. I think they had something on there from like 7 September 2024. So like that's within the past week. So if September held true going backwards, this would approximately 40 years later, per calendar year, so 40 years later. This pick is partially, so he's Hungarian, of Hungary, so the O in Erdős has like the slanted dots on top of it, which is the special character I have not used in the title space before, I don't think. So I'm trying that out. I think sometimes special characters can cause people a little bit of fear or panic because it is like English doesn't have those characters, right? At least in this case, right? So it might feel foreign because it actually is foreign. Yeah. So I'm working through that. Yes. So I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. She, her, hers, of Seattle, of Norway. I should do that one for this one. And United States of America. Of Italy. Of Hungary. Okay. I'm talking through the Paul Erdős, he, him, his, of Hungary, Wolf Prize in Mathematics, year of award 1984. He won the Wolf Prize in Mathematics, won half of the prize, 50%, for his research regarding number theory, combinatorics, and bridging within set theory with quantum reasoning. So bridging here is not a mathematical term. It's like he did work at the intersection of set theory and something else. Or it was deemed on the part of set theory that kind of corresponds to mathematical logic, which another term for that is quantitative reasoning. Okay. I provide my take / perspective on his award and contextualize it in terms of his name recognition 40 years, I should say approximately 40 years after the award. Yes, this is one guy whose name I've encountered a lot. Sometimes with the Hungarian dots and sometimes not. I just decided I'm going to choose a mathematics prize to talk about where it's I know the person based on their name, and that's it. All right, so look at pull all of their mathematics laureates and then choose the one whose name I know the best, and this was that guy. So I love set theory. Like, that's like one of those things I will admit to, like, that and like number theory here. And there's combinatorics. So for these things I've mentioned, I go, my preference / reading for fun, history, and research for fun goes set theory, number theory, combinatorics is my preference. I love set theory. Set theory is amazing. That was when I minored in mathematics for my Bachelor of Science degree, and set theory is just like amazing. It's like, this is the kind of stuff that like in graduate school I would read set theory papers, even though I was doing geophysics. I was like, I'm just reading this for fun because this is just so cool and has absolutely no relevance, but does it? Okay, so and this is one of these guys where it's like, you know, sometimes it's hard, and this is the name recognition thing is. And as I would say, this is actually in a similar tone to the Giorgio Parisi Wolf Prize in Physics from 2021, in the sense of sometimes, like, if there's a bunch of people publishing on a similar topic or similar or the same topic, they each have their own unique perspective, and sometimes it's the perspective, and I go, okay, but how do I know if you're a good person, right? Like, I get that, you know, with Parisi was like condensed matter systems in addition to like elementary particles and stuff. And just like, of course I'm biased. I like you because you overlap, but how do I know you're a good person? And so I'm like, well, I don't search you. Right? I don't search the person and their publications. I search what I want or I'm to read about, what I'm interested in. So I search and I search and I search and I search. And then I start to see, it's Parisi, it's Parisi, it's Parisi, or it's Erdős, it's Erdős, it's Erdős, or Erdős. It's pronounced differently. The O with 2 diagonal dots over it. And they're like elongated dots, kind of. So these were 2 where it's like topical. I'm not pursuing them. I'm pursuing the topic, and it just so happens that they have that publishing that corresponds to my interests, right? Yeah, so I would say it's kind of cool to find these people through just pursuing one's own interests. And he's one of these 2. And interestingly enough, for me, the people whose research I have tended to like as in I go and I follow my interests and I like this style, or like they don't have that, we're gonna burn you as a reader a little bit, like so they get the all clear on that category. My personal tastes have tended to align more with the Wolf Prize laureates than the Nobel Prize laureates. So like, I throw in my name there. Yes, right. But there's a reason for that. I like the people they choose, and it's not like, so in the sense of if I had to choose one between the Wolf Prize and the Nobel Prize, I want one where I feel like I'm belong. And for me, that actually is the Wolf Prize because of who's gotten it. If that makes any sense. It's not arbitrary, like, I want that press coverage, or I want that blank that doesn't have anything to do with research. No, it's a topical / style. It'd be really cool if it turned out to be like a personality thing too, right? For better or for worse. So there's just that. So when I've said, or I guess I'm saying, it's just, it is based on something, why I like the Wolf Prize more than the Nobel Prize. So, there we go. As my take on the Wolf Prize in Mathematics, Paul Erdős, 1984, 1/2.